Karibu to our three-part podcast series, Connecting the Unconnected, Capacity Building for Existing and Emerging Community Networks in Kenya. My name is Rispa Arose, Project Coordinator for the Training and Mentorship of Community Networks in Kenya that is being conducted within the framework of the project, Connecting the Unconnected, supporting community-led approaches to addressing the digital divide, and is being implemented in 5 countries: South Africa, Brazil, Indonesia, Kenya, and Nigeria. In Kenya, the capacity building through mentorship and training has been implemented by Aherinet, now transitioned to Tanda CN. The training and mentorship has had 2 iterations in the year 2021 and 2022, which has seen 11 micro-level community networks empowered with the necessary skills and support in starting, operating, and sustaining a community network. The training and mentorship covered areas of network, infrastructure and services, community engagement and development, sustainability, policy and regulation, value-added services such as local content creation, that are defined as important for the scalability and sustainability of community networks in Kenya. The training and mentorship were both virtual and physical, spread out in a period of 6 months. This created a knowledge and experience sharing platforms to learn from other already operational community networks, as well as get advice from experts that are already in the digital inclusion space. The training also hosted the Kenya National School, which is a culmination of the capacity building program, bringing together fellows from the micro-level community networks, a group of about 60 practitioners, experts, champions, and supporters of community networks in Kenya to tackle the challenge of how we can grow a movement to accelerate the growth of scalable and sustainable community networks in Kenya. In this series, we will uncover the stories of those who are turning connectivity into community, one network at a time, in the underserved and unserved regions of Kenya. Each episode is a testament to the power of knowledge and collaboration in fostering positive change.
We are a professional organization. We know where you are headed. We have a strategic plan, small term, middle term, and long term. And the most important bit is the community has started buying into what we are doing.
The main activity that we do is internet connectivity. We are trying to provide cheaper internet to the members of our community so that people can have access to learning for those who are college students.
And what I think, I hope as time moves forward, as I work here in Tandanet, I'll be able to onboard and motivate ladies out here within Kidera, where we are currently, and within other areas.
Looking at the licensing process that we went through, we realized that we needed a management framework as an organization that had very clear responsibility and a very clear flow of work.
From the initial spark of inspiration to the outcomes, our interviews with the dedicated community networks who have undergone the capacity building program will unveil the transformative journey they have undertaken. Through their own words, this podcast will reveal how these training and mentorship programs have not only ignited their passion, but also paved the way for community-led initiatives that bridge digital divide, uplift local economies, and empower individuals to become the driving force behind change. Stay tuned and let's get started.
My name is Paul Kilongi. I am the founder and team leader, Athi Community Network CPO.
So Athi is located in Igembe South sub-county, Meru County. We are surrounded by Nyambene Forest. This is a tea growing area, the immediate locality. When we started this program, this mentorship program, me and my team, we had so many skill gaps. We were struggling with a place where to be. And also we did not have a network, to say the least, or rather even a design, what we wanted. The first school of community networks in Kisumu, that one was the one which I think for me was the highlight of the entire program, because from there we were able to see how to configure the equipment, how to mount, and how to connect to the internet. But the biggest impact was the grant program. One of the reasons why running a CN or an internet service can be expensive, especially when you come into area of make sure the service is on throughout, to avoid downtime. That is one of the main considerations. But ultimately, that program is the one which gave our organization visibility. The biggest win for me is the acceptability, the way the community has embraced our activities. Before the capacity building program, we were virtually nowhere. But right now, we are a professional organization. We know where you are headed. We have a strategic plan, small term, middle term, and long term. And the most important bit is the community has started buying into what we are doing. We have started venturing in the content creation area. We realized one of the barrier of people not accessing or not consuming internet goods and services is the language barrier. So they don't see the value of the internet, especially the older generation. There's a generation which is semi-literate, and it's a very big number. So we started doing informational tracks touching on different topics in the local Kimeru language. Also opened a YouTube channel. So far we have done like 4 tracks. One is giving information on gender-based violence, how to identify gender-based violence, and where to seek help. We've done another one on mental illness, another one on access to justice. We want to do educative skits, whatever, to promote the arts industry. I've come to realize one of the challenges of the community not adopting tech and all that is because at the end of the day they want to see money in their pocket. That is the main thing. Because whatever initiative you come to bring them, they want to say, how will it benefit me? How will it add value to me, to their pocket? So we're trying to show them there is value in what we are doing. So in short, our future plans is on the performance arts, content development is something we have already started, and we are trying to push very hard. The issue of online work, because it will also increase demand for internet. Yes, all I can say is that this thing of bridging the digital divide, especially in marginalized areas, it's about the heart and the vision, what I've seen. So if you are just doing this for the money only, you will close shop very fast. That I can assure you. You need to have a passion. And for that, I cannot thank you enough, especially the team from Tanda. That team has helped us beyond words. I cannot even say how thankful we are. And that's my take.
My name is Ruth Jerry Ngure. I have a background in IT. But before then, I didn't know much about computers and technology and all that. So I used to really struggle even to use a smartphone back in the days. So I joined college and decided to do IT. So I did IT in school. I knew I wanted to do networking, though I didn't know what networking was all about. But that's what I knew I wanted to do once I'm done with IT. When I was done with my college, my school teacher, kind of attachment officer, he decided he used to give us opportunities when they were available. So he told us that there's an opportunity for an internship that is going to be paid. I enrolled and I luckily got into the internship opportunity. It was in Afralti, African Advanced Level Telecommunications Institute in Nairobi. And it was sponsored by Internet Society. So the training was for designing and deploying computer networks. So that's how I got into networking field now as a specific role. We were 25 students, and we were all separated into different organizations for the internship period. And I landed in Net, which has now transitioned to Tanda Net. So when I joined Tanda, I got an opportunity to travel around, such as going to Turkana to do some deployments. I also was able to attend some virtual learning exchanges for community networks. That's where I learned what community networks are, what community networks are all about. I was also able to again learn about network and infrastructure in terms of community networks through virtual exchanges and also physical in-person training. In Kilifi, I was also able to meet other community networks which had sent one representative from each community network. I found out there's a gap in terms of technology where there are no many ladies. Yes, ladies are there in the technology aspect, but most of them are in the advocacy and policy, and there are not many ladies when it comes to the technical work for network or for any other field. Technical work, there are no many ladies. And what I think, I hope as time moves forward, as I work here in Tandanet, I'll be able to onboard and motivate ladies out here within Kibera, where we are currently, and within other areas. I thank Tandanet because they have given me the space to actually learn and see how things are done and how we are able to interact with people who are doing the same thing like us. And I hope with time, as we move forward, we shall be able to grow these community networks and make them known to the society. So I hope with time, people will have more explicit know-how of how these things work.
My name is Kaisa Ejore Michael. I'm the head of Nikeko Community Network. We are based in Turkana County, in Lodwar and Kakuma. We do internet connectivity. As a CN, we also do content creation. And apart from that, we also train people on digital literacy. We are made up of around 16 members who are heading different departments. But the main activity that we do is internet connectivity. We are trying to provide cheaper internet to the members of our community so that people can have access to learning for those who are college students and teachers because of the government systems that have been introduced to schools right now, the portals and everything. The main challenge that my community was facing was lack of access to a stable internet connection. There was internet access. Maybe these other entities had provided internet, but the cost of running and maintaining the internet in their homes was expensive. So we wanted to come up with an internet solution that is cheaper but accessible. That's what actually led us to start this program. The key lessons that we learned throughout these trainings. Number one, we learned the importance of understanding the topologies in the areas of our operations, boundaries, how many CNs one CN can cover up to what range. In the line of our work, we needed to make sure that the content we create and does not actually undermine or intimidate or bring chaos in the society, but actually something positive for the community. Another lesson that we really learned was the importance of partnership, understanding what are the strengths that you have as a community network and transferring the strength to other community networks and helping them out, or even coming together and work as a team to actualize the vision that we had, our vision. As a Nikeko Community Network, part of our future plan, we are trying to move to all sub-counties because Turkana is a vast county. So we are planning to register more, like 3 or 4 more in Turkana, so that we get everybody covered.
My name is Barak Otieno. I am a director at Africa Higher Education Research Institute. that birthed Aherinet, the community network that is currently serving communities in Kisumu, as well as schools in Siaya and in Homa Bay. One of the major lessons that we have learned as the Africa Higher Education Research Institute is the power of building others, or the power of building others and the power of delegating. How have we been able to do this? One, we have been able to run a robust internship stroke attachment program, which still has room for improvement. We are still thinking of how to improve on it, through which we have been able to scale our community network programs or community network initiatives. The program that we did, the peer program and the support that we have received from Tanda through that was of course facilitated by APC, has gone a long way in helping this initiative that we are doing, because we have been able to expose some of the interns whom we later on absorbed as project staff or staff members of the organization to continue championing the agenda. We also had the opportunity and privilege to host the first school of community networks, of course organized by Tunapandanet with the support of APC. And this afforded us an opportunity for all our staff to actually be able to participate in the program, and exposed us in terms of exchanging knowledge and ideas with participants who also came from different parts of the country. To be very specific in terms of the benefits that we have actually accrued as a community network, last year we got a grant of $3,500, and we used this grant to actually host a number of training programs. We started with our staff, and we had a training on customer service and marketing. Why is this important? We realized that we are providing a telecommunications service, and the community does not differentiate us from mobile network operators or from other internet service providers. So we had a responsibility to be able to provide a quality of service and to provide a service that is similar, if not better, than what the mobile network operators provide. The second thing that we did was to have a management retreat or management meeting. Looking at the licensing process that we went through, we realized that we needed a management framework as an organization that had very clear responsibility and a very clear flow of work. As a trainer, I would also like to say that we have really seen a positive growth or a positive trajectory in terms of those that are really interested to deploy community networks. So far, we do have a total of 13 community networks, and more are coming forward who are interested. And this would not have been possible if it were not for the community network training programs that we have been doing. Many thanks to Tunapandanet, which is now Tanda, for the effort and commitment in guiding the community networks movement in the country, and for sharing the opportunities that you are able to get through exposure with APC. I also want to thank APC for tirelessly working in the background to ensure that there are systemic changes, such as the community network service providers license that we do have through local actors such as the Kenya ICT Action Network.